back in the distance you see a cypress strand, and at the end a cypress dome. And the difference between those two kind of cypress landscapes are the strands follow the water flow to the southwest. The acid in the water carves these little rivulets into the limestone below, almost making a little creek. The cypress like to grow in the deeper water, so you find this long stand of trees, and we call that a strand, kind of like a strand of hair, a long, narrow formation. At the end, where you see it's kind of like a hump over there to the left of that stand of trees, in the center there is a deeper portion. It's actually a sinkhole where that acid in the water has worn away and crumbled the limestone below, and it forms a sinkhole, kind of like a pond. In the center of the pond is deeper. That's where you see the tallest trees. The cypress like to be covered, their roots covered with water as long during the season as possible. And there's rich, deep peat soil in the center there, and that's what the cypress grow better with. A lot of people will drive through Big Cypress and they see these cypress domes and they think it's a hill. It's actually the opposite. It's a depression in the limestone, and the trees in the center are taller, giving it that dome appearance. Every time I come out here, the water level's a little bit different. But then if we have like a week of no rain, you can notice the water levels dropped really quickly. We're not only getting the rain that falls here, but also the rain to the north of us flows down through here. So sometimes you'll come out after a rain and think, oh, it didn't come up too much. And the next day, it's come up a lot because that water is flowing to the south and reaching us now, raising the water levels.
So now here we are in the cypress strand. In fact, we've reached the cypress dome that I talked about before. Right out here where there's this big open round area is the center of the dome, which is that sinkhole where the water has worn away at the limestone bedrock below. So it's deeper, the trees are bigger in here, and we have a lot of this aquatic vegetation. This is an area that you might find an alligator, deeper water, and that water remains here throughout the dry season. That's where the alligators can find refuge, where the water's still remaining there, and everything has to come here to the center of the dome, to the alligator. So kind of like a fast food market right there. He doesn't have to leave. Fish are concentrated there, the birds, the raccoon, everything comes there for water and food. Pretty active place in the dry season. I think the biggest thing that I find when people come out here, they're scared. They picture a swamp as being slimy and dark and scary and full of slithering reptiles and mosquitoes. No mosquitoes out here today. The water is crystal clear. It's a beautiful place that is not that scary for most people that come out here with me. It's not just important for the plant and animal life here, but it's also important for everyone that lives in this watershed. This water percolates down through the limestone into the aquifers, and that becomes our drinking water. So when we have groups out, we talk a lot about the water quality, water flow, and how important it is to every living thing down here. The biggest impression this place has made on me is it's therapeutic being out here.